Walk into any grocery store today and look at the yogurt section. You'll see row after row of options: Greek, low-fat, frozen, high-protein, plant-based, probiotic, organic, drinkable, kid-friendly, gut-boosting. At last count, there are at least 16 different types of yogurt being sold as healthy. But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Out of all of them, only a small handful truly support your body at this stage of life. And many of the others quietly work against digestion, energy, and muscle support, even when they look healthy on the label. Yogurt was never meant to be dessert. Historically, it was a fermented living food used for generations to support digestion, bones, and natural resilience. But over time, the recipe changed. As fear of fat grew and demand for sweet flavors increased, manufacturers altered yogurt dramatically. Natural fats were removed, living bacteria were reduced through heavy processing, and sugar, thickeners, and lab-made cultures were added to improve shelf life and taste. The result is the modern, healthy yogurt that often leaves older adults feeling bloated, low on energy, and nutritionally unsatisfied. In this video, we'll take a calm, practical look at 4 yogurts that are best avoided after 60, and 4 types that can actually support your gut, bones, and daily strength when chosen wisely. Stay with me until the end, because one option on this list surprises almost everyone, even experienced professionals, due to how quickly it supports gut balance when used consistently. Before we begin, let me ask you something. How old are you, and where are you watching from? Do you eat yogurt regularly, or have you already stopped? Share in the comments. We read every message and genuinely enjoy hearing your experiences. Now, let's start with the countdown. Worst yogurt. Number 4. Low-fat fruit yogurts. These yogurts often promise heart support and light digestion. But after 60, they can be one of the most misleading choices in the dairy aisle. When fat is removed from yogurt, flavor and texture disappear with it. To compensate, manufacturers add sugar, syrups, or artificial sweeteners. Without natural fat, sugar is absorbed very quickly. That leads to sharp rises and drops in energy, something aging muscles and nerves don't handle well. Stable energy is essential for muscle maintenance after 60. When blood sugar constantly spikes and crashes, the body becomes less responsive to protein over time. Traditional full-fat yogurt slows digestion naturally. That allows better absorption of calcium, vitamin D, and protein, nutrients that matter more with age, not less. Many people choose low-fat yogurt believing they're being careful, only to notice increased hunger, fatigue, or discomfort later in the morning. If you're over 60, the goal isn't avoiding fat. It's choosing natural fat in its original form, paired with real fermentation. Low-fat fruit yogurt may look harmless, but its effects often tell a different story. And if that sounds concerning, the next yogurt on the list is even more deceptive. Worst yogurt. Number 3. Flavored Greek yogurts. Greek yogurt has earned a reputation as a clean, high-quality food, but flavored versions are a different story. Many contain gums and stabilizers that create thickness without real fermentation. One common additive is a seaweed-derived thickener used to mimic creaminess. For older adults with sensitive digestion, these additives can irritate the gut lining over time. Your gut lining isn't just a barrier. It acts as a selective filter that controls what enters your bloodstream. When it becomes irritated, digestion slows and the immune system stays on alert. That can show up as stiffness, fatigue, or mental fog that people often attribute to aging. Another issue is hidden sweetness. Natural flavor doesn't always come from real fruit. It often means lab-created compounds combined with preservatives. Add that to very high protein levels, and digestion can become strained, especially when hydration is low. Traditional yogurt is balanced by nature. Many flavored Greek yogurts are engineered for texture and shelf life, not long-term comfort. If Greek yogurt is part of your routine, choosing plain, full-fat versions makes a meaningful difference. And if you think flavored Greek yogurt is problematic, the next category takes processing even further. Worst yogurt. Number 2. Artificial high-protein yogurts. These yogurts are everywhere now. Bright labels, big numbers on the front, 20 grams of protein, 0 sugar. Fitness approved. They look impressive. But here's the truth most people over 60 aren't told. Many of these products are barely yogurt at all. Instead of natural fermentation, they're often made from milk protein concentrates, gelatin, and artificial sweeteners. The live cultures that make yogurt beneficial are either minimal or completely absent. Without those living bacteria, you're not supporting your gut. You're just consuming processed protein in a spoonable form. After 60, gut diversity naturally declines. That means your body becomes more sensitive to anything that disrupts balance. Artificial sweeteners, even ones labeled as safe, can interfere with gut bacteria. Over time, this may affect digestion, energy levels, and nutrient absorption. Protein matters as we age, but how it's delivered matters just as much. Traditional fermented foods provide protein alongside calcium, B vitamins, and bacteria that help your body actually use those nutrients. Highly processed protein yogurts prioritize numbers on the label, not long-term comfort. If your goal is strength after 60, your body does better with foods that work with digestion, not against it. And now, we arrive at the most misleading yogurt of all, one that still carries a health halo, yet quietly behaves more like dessert than nourishment. Worst yogurt. Number 1. Frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt sounds harmless, cool, light, refreshing. Many people assume it's simply yogurt, just colder. But the freezing and processing steps change everything. Most frozen yogurts contain little to no living bacteria by the time they're eaten. The cultures that make yogurt beneficial don't survive repeated heating, freezing, and flavor processing. What remains is often a sugary dairy-based product with yogurt flavoring, not fermented food. For older adults, this matters. High sugar intake affects energy stability, joint comfort, and metabolic balance more strongly after 60. And frozen yogurt often contains as much sugar as ice cream, sometimes more. To maintain texture without cream, many versions rely on emulsifiers and gums. These additives can be difficult for sensitive digestive systems. What makes this especially misleading is the name. People choose frozen yogurt believing they're making a gentle, healthy choice, only to experience bloating, fatigue, or stiffness later on. Frozen yogurt isn't inherently bad, but it doesn't behave like traditional yogurt in the body, especially as digestion changes with age. Now that we've covered the 4 yogurts best avoided after 60, let's shift perspective. Because not all yogurt is the problem. In fact, when chosen correctly, yogurt can still be one of the most supportive foods for gut health, bones, and daily energy. So now, let's flip the script. Yogurts that can support your body after 60. These next options aren't about trends or marketing. They're about digestibility, fermentation, and balance. And we'll start with one that has quietly supported traditional diets for generations. It often means lab-created compounds combined with preservatives. Add that to very high protein levels, and digestion can become strained, especially when hydration is low. Traditional yogurt is balanced by nature. Many flavored Greek yogurts are engineered for texture and shelf life, not long-term comfort. If Greek yogurt is part of your routine, choosing plain full-fat versions makes a meaningful difference. And if you think flavored Greek yogurt is problematic, the next category takes processing even further. Best yogurt. Number 4. Goat milk yogurt. If there's one yogurt quietly making a comeback for older adults, it's goat milk yogurt. For years, it lived in the shadow of cow's milk products. But research and real-life experience tell a different story. Goat milk yogurt is naturally easier to digest. Its fat globules are smaller. Its protein structure forms a softer curd in the stomach. That means less bloating, less heaviness, and smoother digestion, especially important after 60. As we age, our digestive enzymes slow down. Foods that once felt harmless can suddenly feel uncomfortable. Goat milk yogurt works with that reality. It also delivers calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus in a form the body absorbs more efficiently. That matters when bone density naturally declines year after year. Many seniors notice that switching to goat milk yogurt doesn't just improve digestion, it also stabilizes energy and reduces that heavy feeling after meals. This isn't a trendy superfood. It's a traditional one, finally being appreciated again. And now let's move to a yogurt that has earned its reputation worldwide. Best yogurt, number 3. Plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Not flavored, not sweetened, not protein-enhanced. Real plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. This is one of the most balanced fermented foods for people over 60. It delivers high-quality protein to support muscle maintenance. It contains live cultures that help restore gut balance. And because much of the lactose is removed during straining, it's easier to tolerate. What makes traditional Greek yogurt special is how it's made. The protein is concentrated naturally, not through powders or additives. The bacteria remain alive and active. That combination helps your body actually use the nutrients you eat. Many older adults notice better digestion, steadier blood sugar, and longer-lasting fullness when they switch to plain Greek yogurt. The key is simple. Skip the fruit on the bottom. Skip the added sugars. Let your body decide what to add. A few nuts, seeds, or fresh berries if needed. Fat isn't the enemy here. In this form, it slows digestion and supports hormone balance. And now, we move to a yogurt that goes even deeper. Best yogurt, number 2. Kefir yogurt. Kefir isn't just yogurt, it's a living ecosystem. While most yogurts contain a handful of bacterial strains, kefir can contain dozens. That diversity matters more than people realize. After 60, gut bacteria diversity naturally shrinks. This affects immunity, digestion, inflammation, and even mood. Kefir helps rebuild what time slowly wears down. The bacteria in kefir don't just pass through the gut. Many of them actually colonize, meaning they stay and multiply. People who add kefir regularly often notice smoother digestion, less bloating, improved bowel regularity, better overall comfort. It's tangy, slightly effervescent, and very alive. For many seniors, kefir becomes a quiet daily reset for the digestive system. But there is one yogurt that stands above all others. Not because it's expensive, not because it's exotic, but because it's alive in the way food was always meant to be. Best yogurt. Number 1. Homemade plain yogurt. This is the gold standard. Homemade yogurt isn't mass-produced. It isn't over-pasteurized. It isn't stabilized with gums or sweeteners. It's living food. When yogurt is made at home, fermentation continues naturally. The bacteria remain strong. The enzymes stay active. For people over 60, this makes an enormous difference. Homemade yogurt can contain many times more live cultures than commercial products. Those cultures help strengthen the gut barrier, improve mineral absorption, calm chronic low-grade inflammation. You control the fat level. You control the fermentation time. You control what goes into your body. Longer fermentation means less lactose, more probiotics, better tolerance. This is why traditional cultures relied on homemade yogurt, not as dessert, but as medicine. A spoonful a day doesn't just feed your body. It feeds your microbiome, the system that quietly influences energy, immunity, joints, and even cognition. Sometimes the most powerful health tools aren't new, they're ancient. Closing. So here's the truth. Yogurt can either quietly damage your gut or gently restore it. The difference isn't the brand, it's the process. Ultra-processed yogurts filled with sugar, gums, and artificial protein make aging harder than it needs to be. But simple, fermented living yogurts support your body instead of fighting it. After 60, your gut becomes your control center. When it's healthy, everything else works better, so start small. 1 spoon, one simple choice, and let your body respond. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which yogurt surprised you the most? Have you ever tried homemade yogurt? Or would you consider it now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read and reply to every single one, If this video helped you, tap the like button, share it with someone over 60 who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more clear, doctor-backed health guidance made simple. Your next health improvement might begin with breakfast. Thanks for watching. In fact, when chosen correctly, yogurt can still be one of the most supportive foods for gut health, bones, and daily energy. So now, let's flip the script. Yogurts that can support your body. After 60. These next options aren't about trends or marketing. They're about digestibility, fermentation, and balance. And we'll start with one that has quietly supported traditional diets for generations. It often means lab-created compounds combined with preservatives. Add that to very high protein levels, and digestion can become strained, especially when hydration is low. Traditional yogurt is balanced by nature. Many flavored Greek yogurts are engineered for texture and shelf life, not long-term comfort. If Greek yogurt is part of your routine, choosing plain, full-fat versions makes a meaningful difference. And if you think flavored Greek yogurt is problematic, the next category takes processing even further.